How to navigate grief, sadness, depression, anxiety, and all of the above. Hi, my name is Chrissy, and I help people to change their lives and get their lives moving forward when they have gone through times in their life where they have struggled or are having difficulties. Now, today in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about how to navigate these experiences. So keep watching and I'll give you some tips today. Now, when you're going through really challenging times, it can cause us to have some really horrible thoughts, which in turn can affect our whole life. Now, sometimes it is hard to even find a way forward, and it feels like you will never ever get out of the pain and the suffering and the hurt and the feelings that you might be going through. And it can make you feel very broken. So this is like piecing something back together. We can fall apart, but it's almost like, say you've dropped a vase, it's about gluing those pieces back together to become a whole vase again. Now that's just an analogy, but when you're feeling broken and in despair, or you've suffered horrific grief, things that can really affect our souls, you have to look at building yourself back up. And it's about bringing yourself back together. And that's why I talk about gluing the pieces, because it's about gluing yourself back together. Now, the things that would represent that would be to do the things that are going to make you feel stronger. Now, a lot of people always talk about getting very healthy. That does not just mean in the body, that means in the mind as well, and in your spirit. And if you'd like to check out some of my other videos, I've got a lot on there about tips about how to go about rebuilding your soul and strengthening yourself inside. So go and check some of those out as well. But when you are going through really horrific times, it can be very challenging to get through. Now, you've got to know that there is always light in that darkness. And there is, like they talk about, the light at the end of the tunnel as well. So you've got to start to see light at the end of that tunnel. And you've got to start walking towards that light. And you've got to be the proactive person that is going to start to make changes to get your life moving forward. No one else can actually get behind you and sort of push you along. You've got to actually make a decision now. Do I want to stay stuck in these horrible feeling places and just having a miserable life, churning things over and over? Or do I want to make some really good choices now and start to move my life into a much better feeling direction? Because this is about the way that you feel about yourself. When your body is closing down and you're feeling depressed, you're suffering pain, sadness, any of these sort of emotions are very intense emotions that can consume us, and they can actually take over all our thoughts and shut our bodies right down. So what you've got to look at is bringing yourself back to life, and I talk about that a lot in my other videos because it's something that only you can do. You've got to find the things that are going to drive you forward, and you've got to start to bring yourself back to life. So look, when you're suffering these things, in order to navigate it, you've got to make a conscious choice now that you're wanting to make these changes. So go and check out my videos. I'm sure they can help you in these areas of making changes. And like I always say, don't expect miracles overnight. This can take 6 months. Sometimes it can take years for people to get through the journey of grief or any of these sort of depressions and things as well. But start small and start to make changes, because eventually your life will open up and you will start to step through into a whole different portal where your life starts to feel better. You find relief in the body and your thoughts start to clear. You can do this in many ways. I talk about decluttering, your house, your life, your car, things like that as well can start to lift rather emotional baggage as well. All these kind of things weigh us down. You might need to be around people who are going to make you feel good as well. That's another example. There are so many ways that you can start to ignite your soul back up and bring yourself back to life and start to really push through when you're going through any of these struggles. That's how you navigate through. You go out and you read books that are going to help you. There's brilliant people. Eckhart Tolle is someone I highly recommend that you go and check out. Tony Robbins is very motivating. He's just got this great energy that he emits. Go and check those out on YouTube as well. And there's a great book called The Untethered Soul. I think it's by Michael Singer. go and check that out. There's also an audiobook on YouTube as well. And start to check out my videos. They'll help you as well. I have been there. I've gone through times of suffering, depression. I know how it feels. So please go and try some of these things, and I'm sure that they will help you immensely to just start to move your life forward and start to get through the struggles that sometimes we can find ourselves living in. So look, thanks for watching today. Hit the like button, that always helps me. Subscribe to my channel, I always appreciate that, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.